Yeah, a few more. Yeah. All right. Let's start standing. I think blocks are a good idea tonight because we're going to do a bear flow, which you don't really need blocks for, and we'll do moon salutations and balancing half moon. So yeah, blocks are a good idea. Yeah, one. So if we do moon salutation, sometimes you can take it from hand to hand, like as you go through from one end of your block or mat to the other. I know, you know, how many times today I was like about to get up and I'm like, where's my mask? Where's my mask? And I didn't need it. Yay. But of course you can wear one if you want to. It's totally up to you. All right, let's start up at the top of our mat. Close our eyes. Find some space between our feet. And start to get connected down into the mat with our feet. Shifting our weight side to side. Letting go of your day and just noticing how each side of your body is feeling. Your right knee compared to your left, your ankles. And then we'll press down into both of our feet equally, widening across our chests, and relaxing our shoulders down from the ears. Softening our knees and lengthening our spine. We'll start with lateral flexion just on one side, flowing left hand up and bring the hand back down. And then the other side, flowing up, pressing into your same side foot and then down, side to side. So if you're healing your shoulders, you might want to go forward with an elbow up or with an elbow to the side. Starting to notice our breathing, an entire inhale to come up and then down. Flowing now, both hands going up and down. You can touch your thumbs together up at the top. There for about 10 more breaths. Last one, we'll hold both of our hands up at the top, pressing down into our feet. Our palms will face each other. Actively reaching up towards the sky as we press down into both of our feet. Grabbing our right wrist or our right hand and creating some space in our wrist, tipping over to the left. All the way up and over to the other side. Stretching that wrist. All the way up. Let's bring our hands back behind us. Open up across the chest. Stretch out, shoulders down. Big breath. And hands come to our heart. We'll move into our chair pose on an exhale. Inhale, sweep up with our arms. Exhale, sitting back into our chair. Warming up our knees. And so if it feels better, you don't have to go down too far. If you want to challenge your core a little more, we bring our arms with our biceps coming somewhere up by our temples or our ears as we sit back into our chair. One more, we'll be turning this into a flowing airplane pose to warm our hamstrings. We reach up and then hinge at our hips, hands reach back, all the way up. Exhaling, hinging. Making sure that we do have a little bend in our knees. Flowing through a few more. Great job. Turning this right into a big, beautiful forward fold flow, a dive forward, hinge down, and then a reverse dive all the way up. Exhale, diving. Inhale, that reverse dive up. Anchoring down, keeping the core strong. Got some speaker issues tonight. Sorry, ladies. One more. Hold that right down in your forward fold. Let's grab our elbows, let our head hang here and dangle. Maybe a small rock side to side. Bending our knees, hands to the mat, left foot back. We'll rise up into a full lunge or kneeling lunge. Rise up, breathe in. Holding here, sinking down. Pressing back through that back heel, checking in with our knee. Bending our left knee into a little lunge. Down and then straighten. Bending and straightening. A few more. Warming up. We'll get some leg strength today. Last one. Hold it up in our regular yogi lunge and we'll switch feet. Left foot to the top, right foot back. You can have your hands up or even have your hands at your heart. This left knee stays pretty bent most of the time and we just bend down and come straight back up. Good, bringing that shin close to parallel to the floor. All of our knees are making great sounds, mine too. I'll turn the speaker up. Last one, we'll frame our front foot, step to down dog or child's pose. So choose what feels best for you, child's pose or down dog. If you do choose downward dog, pedaling your feet. One heel at a time, pressing the earth away and dispersing our weight through our fingers. And then holding our downward dog, pressing the earth away, lifting our hips up towards the sky. We've got some space between our feet, about hip distance, 2 fists approximately. Our head is somewhere between our arms. And let's flow into a plank. Inhale. Exhale, push it back to down dog. A few more of those flows as we activate and awaken our core. Checking in with our elbow creases, facing towards the front of the mat in our plank and more towards each other in our downward dog. Great job. All right, we'll move into a regular plank pose and drop down onto our forearms. Don't worry, it's not that flow, it's a slightly different. Walking our feet towards our elbows into dolphin. So at the moment, our shoulders are more likely kind of above your elbows. Now we'll let our shoulders go forward, more towards our wrists. So we come forward and then shift it back. Shoulders go forward and back. Warming up our shoulder girdle. Great job. Let's meet down on all fours with our forearms down. Awesome, and walk the hands a little bit more forward into puppy pose. So some modifications for this, you could put your forearms on blocks or be in child's pose. Great for your posture. And now we will take it to child's pose. So walk those hands a little bit closer to your body, hips back towards your heels. Massaging our forehead down. Letting go of your day. Taking some breaths, exhaling away any thoughts that aren't serving you in a good and healthy way. Let them go. Wonderful. Let's come up to all fours to move through our cat and cow with an option today to lift your kneecaps up off the mat for your cat and cow or keep your knees down. One vertebrae at a time. Paying attention to our center as we move through and connect to the breath. Letting go of any judgment today, any competition. If you're at hockey like I was all weekend, I don't want to see any more competition. Last one. Spinal balance, reaching the right arm forward, the left foot back, reaching through the heel and the fingertips back to all fours. Inhaling, extending through the other side. Flowing on your own. Imagine the torso of your body, your chest right to your glutes staying steady. Just the arm and the leg reaching. And the breath. Last one. Downward dog or child's pose as we continue on through our warm-up. Take your time. It's nice and hot up here. We may have hot yoga coming soon. That's on the DL though. Yay. Okay, downward dog. Let's start to flow into plank pose. Inhale, hold or go to chaturanga or down to your belly. Open up into cobra or up dog. Either back to your belly or straight back to downward facing dog. And again, flowing forward, breathe in, hold or go to chaturanga or to your plank, up dog or cobra, either belly or straight back to down dog. Let's flow through that 3 more times, or choosing to take a rest. Sometimes that can be a hard choice, but listen to your body. If it needs a little rest today, please do give it to your body. 1 more. We'll be meeting in downward facing dog or child's pose or even all fours. Take your time getting there. Feel equal weight between our hands and our feet, between our left foot and our right foot. Looking up between our hands. We can walk, step, or jump our feet up between our hands and move into halfway lift, breathing in, halfway up, flattening our backs, exhale, folding. A few more, flowing through, focusing on our core, on our back muscles, drawing us up as we roll the shoulders back and down from our ears. On our next one, we'll be moving into bear pose, bending our knees, our belly right on our thighs, arms reaching long. We're staying in bear and just flowing between bear and albatross, which means the legs are going to stay the same, and we're just going to open up our wings, breathe in, breathe out, go back to bear. Breathe in, open up our wings, breathe out, go to bear. Both of our feet are supporting our body. 1 more albatross, 1 more bear, and then a forward fold. Letting the head be heavy, let it dangle. Shake out any negativity, let it out. We'll come halfway up and breathe in. Fold, breathe out. Sweep all the way up to the sky. We'll bring our hands to our heart and step our left foot back, turning into moonflowers. Exhaling down into our moonflowers, inhaling up. Enjoy the sunset if that's what's happening out there. I'm not sure. Couple more. Closing our eyes and honoring our bodies, where they are in this moment, and learning to love ourselves and feeling comfortable in our skin. Last one, hold it down in your moonflower or goddess pose. The hips are back slightly. Let's bring our elbows right up towards our shoulder height and then draw the shoulder blades together at the back. Breathe. Straightening our legs, turning the toes towards the window, hands to hip. Hinging into a wide leg forward fold. Can let the head be heavy and hang here. That doesn't feel good. You can keep your head up above your heart. A little bend in our knees. And just see how it feels to shift the weight forward into the front of the foot and back. Let your core catch you and back. Amazing. All right, let's bend those knees again. Rise up, straighten out our legs, turn your right toes towards the front edge of your mat. We'll step to forward fold again. Exhale. Halfway up, breathe in. Exhale, fold. Going into bear pose again. Bending our knees, belly right on the legs. Let the belly rest. Get those legs to do most of the work. Forward fold, breathe out. Now into albatross, bend the knees, arms wide. Up into chair pose. Now the belly comes off the legs, but the legs stay pretty much the same-ish. Let's bring our palms together and rise up. Little back bend and into our regular mountain. So we'll do bear flow before we do sun salutations. We can get lots of movement to ring out our weekends today. So bear pose, bear flow. Let's sweep up. We'll do it slow at first. Hands come together. Inhale. Exhale, tip over to one side. Stay here for a breath. Inhale, come up. Exhale over to the other side, still pressing into both of our feet. Back up, tip back, or bring hands back behind your head, which is personally what I prefer a little bit more. Think of, instead of trying to bend your back, think of opening your chest. Right into a forward fold, breathe out. Bending your right knee, right hand to the kind of between your feet in front of it. Left hand reaches up for a little twist for a few breaths. A block can be helpful for this one. Back to your fold, switching side, bending the left knee. The right leg's pretty straight and that right leg or right hand reaches up. Forward fold, breathe out. We'll take a breath in and exhale to bear pose, reaching the arms long, staying here for 3 breaths, creating a strong base in our legs with what to support us with throughout our day today. Open the arms for albatross for a few breaths. The neck is long. You're looking down at the mat, your eyes are closed, and you're feeling your legs get stronger. Chair pose, breathe in, keep the legs right where they are. And rise up into our mountain. Hands come together, inhale. Now we'll put it together, exhale, tip over. Inhale, rise. Exhale, tip. Inhale, rise. Small back bend. Exhale. Inhale, rise, arms up. Exhale, dive, forward fold. Bend the right knee, right hand down, left hand lifts up. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, other side, bending the opposite knee, right into bear. Breathe out. Breathe in, albatross. Hold here. Inhale to chair on your next inhale. Exhale, rise up. Inhale, clasp the hands. Exhale, tip over. Inhale and tip to the other side. Inhale and bend back. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, fold. Left knee bends. Right arm lifts. Other side. On your exhale, going into bear. Inhaling into albatross. Exhaling to chair. Inhale, rise. Hands together, exhale, tip over. Inhale, rise, tip over, rise, bend back, extend and dive and fold. Right knee bends, will flow side to side. Take your time. The bear pose is an exhale. Albatross, inhale. Exhale, chair. Inhale, rise. This is the last one. Hands together, tip to the right. Rise up, over to the other side. Rise up and tip back. Rise and dive. Whichever knee you want to start with, flow side to side. Close your eyes. A bear pose. An albatross. And a chair. All walk into a bar. Rise up. We'll go up. Wonderful. Hands come back behind you. Let's stretch out those shoulders again. Let the head be nice and long. Let's take our right ear towards our right shoulder. All the way to the other side. Feels good. Bring the chin back up to center. Drop the chin towards the chest. And then we'll lift up the chin. Amazing. So let's make sure, you know what? I want to make sure I do moon salutations first. So we're skipping sun salutations tonight. Has that ever happened for you guys? Right, our block at the top of your mat, and maybe the other block at the bottom of your mat. So we'll go through our moon salutations slow, and then we'll go fast. So you'll step your left foot back into your moonflower to start with, facing the windows. We'll do 3 moonflowers. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down, inhale up. Hold it down. Turn towards your right toes. They turn towards the front of the mat. As you lift your back heel, you come into a lunge. Back heel is high. Breathe. Check in with the core. Maybe the eyes close and you feel your core catch you. Hands come to hips. We straighten our front leg. I like to bring that back foot in a little bit because we want the heel to go down into pyramid pose. This is where a block at the top of your mat is helpful, not only for pyramid, but for what comes next, which is balancing half moon. The weight goes onto that right foot. We open up the chest and hips towards the window in balancing half moon. I feel like we haven't done this enough lately, balancing half moon. If you want to take your hand off your block for a breath, you can, or you can keep it anchored. And then we step that left foot back, moonflowers. Exhale and inhale. Exhale down, inhale up. Exhale down. On our next one, we'll hold down in our moonflower. Turn towards the back of your mat or your left foot. Lift your right heel. You're coming into a lunge first. Hands will come to our hips. We'll bring our right foot in slightly. Shift the hips back, straighten the legs into pyramid, looking at our front toe. You can stay here or open up into balancing half moon. Hips are again going to open up towards the window, chest towards the window. Breathe. Step it back to moonflowers. Let's do 3 moonflowers. 3, 2, and 1. Turn towards the right foot, lift up into a lunge, back heel high. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, balancing half moon. So we've got 4 moves. Step the left foot back, moonflower, just 2 this time. 1, 2, turn towards the left foot, lift the right foot, lunge, breathe in. Breathe out, pyramid. Breathe in, balancing half moon. Breathe out, moonflower. Just 1, right into your lunge towards me. Pyramid, breathe out. Balancing half moon, breathe in. Breathe out, moonflower. Breathe in, lunge the back way to the back room. Pyramid, balancing half moon. And we've got it. Exhale to moonflower. Now you can flow on your own. It's one moonflower, one lunge, pyramid, balancing half moon. Once you get it, you can challenge yourself by closing your eyes. Maybe just for one move. Good job. Let's do one more on each side. Great job. We'll meet in our moonflowers. Holding our moonflowers, making our way into goddess pose. Shifting the hips back. Breathe. Amazing job. Straightening out our legs, turning the toes one more time towards the window. Straddle splits. Let the head be heavy and hang here if you'd like to. But you don't have to if that does not feel nice for you. We'll walk our hands to the right toes, turn the right toes towards me, lift our back heel. We come into a runner's lunge. Bringing our hands to our right knee, helps rise us up. And then step to chair pose. Step the other foot back, the runner's lunge. You can have your hands on the floor or on your knee. We'll engage the core, lift up, and step to chair pose. All the way up, big breath up. Good, rest those wrists. Let's get on to, look at that, perfect timing, onto some strength portions. We'll stretch and strengthen our outer hips. We're actually starting in tree pose, and then we'll move into some pigeons. Good idea on the water. Have a little sip. Way behind. Okay, so let's move into tree pose. We'll take our right foot out and draw the heel towards the body. If you're working on bringing your foot up off the mat, you can put your block there. If you're working on bringing your foot up to your inner thigh, you can practice on that and try to press your inner thigh into your foot. And then we can rise up with both hands together or apart. Strengthening your outer hip, focusing on that feeling. We'll bring our knee around, flex our foot, bring that knee out and down into pigeon. Now we're more into the stretching portion of that hip. And this is where we can play around a little bit. The wall is a good friend to you here. Or you can work on our flying pigeon if you bend your left knee a little bit more and bring your belly towards your legs, hands down. Or you can stay up in your pigeon, just working towards bending your left knee more to get you closer to the ground. You can stay there or walk forward. Rest your shin on the back of your arms. I won't be flying today. I don't have a face catcher in front of me. All right, take your time. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly rise back up and meet where we all are in our pigeon and straighten. Wonderful. We're not quite done with that leg yet. Keep the weight in that left foot. Bring the right knee up and the left hand to the right knee. Right arm goes out. If you want to, you can draw that knee a little further across. You could even extend your leg if you want to and look down your right hand. Bring it down, and we'll do those 3 poses on the other side. Left foot out, soften the right knee, and we'll find our tree. Maybe our arms are out wide for a little extra balance. You can put your palms up or up to the top, and or hands together or at your heart. Wherever you are, actively rooting down to the earth while we grow long through our spines. Amazing. Couple more breaths. We'll bring it around, lift that leg up a bit, flex our foot. Let's bring our hands out for balance. Open up the knee, bring the ankle up above the opposite knee, and sit back into pigeon, where we can stay with hands at heart. Or you could even bring your forearms up. That's one way to keep your chest up, bringing your forearms together. Or you can add on that work towards our flying pigeon. You want to bend your right knee quite a bit. Bring your left ankle around the back of your right arm. We're looking forward. If we're going to attempt, walk the hands forward and rest your shin on your triceps. And then walk it back up. Rise up, core is nice and strong. And up we go. Wonderful. But we're not quite done. I almost forgot. Lift that knee, draw it across with the opposite arm, and look down your left hand. Soften the jaw. We'll bring our head back around and put our foot down. Great job. Let's take the right foot to the top of our mat. Left foot back into our warrior 2. So bending our right knee, opening up our arms into warrior 2, softening into the earth, closing our eyes. Actively reaching through our fingertips. Lori, I know you're not on Facebook, but I did that post where we did our chickadee one. Soften down. Bringing our right elbow to our right knee. So extended angle, either arm reaches up or it reaches towards me, that left hand. And if it feels better, or if you want to try challenging your core, you'll reach both arms towards me. Press into the core, feel, or press into the feet, feel your core like you're passing me a beach ball. Straightening out our right leg, triangle pose, right hand towards the shin. So this is a good spot to use your block. Or rest your hand on the inside of your calf muscle. Balancing half moon, we go into that one again, but this time we're holding up in our balancing half moon with or without our block. For anybody that wants to build some more heat in their body, you can bend and straighten your leg going up and down. And then forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, fold. We'll step back to plank pose, breathe out. And down onto our forearms. You can have your knees down or up. Our back sides are working towards being on the same level as our hips or slightly below. Now we want to have at least hip distance between our feet, if not more. And then our left hand will go out into our goalpost. We'll try to keep everything else still. Back in. Other side. I think it's easier this week. Bring it back in. Left foot out, keep it out. Right foot out, keep it out. Left foot comes in. Right foot comes in. Let's do it one more time. Around the world with our arms. Our arm goes out, back in. Other arm, back in. Feet go out, out. In. Drop to the belly. Stretch your core. getting easier. Yeah, I'm doing it a few more times a week. All right, stretch the core. Awesome. Let the head go down, slide those hands back. So right now they're mostly under your shoulders. Bring them back a little bit further. We're going to work into a Chaturanga Push-Up. So here, she laughs at me. So you can go full Chaturanga, lifting your whole torso off the mat, or just do it on your knees. Come up. Just a tiny bit, and then back down. Press into the earth, come up, and back down. Our elbows back towards our heels. Last one. Now, if you want to, you'll try it on your toes. Okay, let's go up to child's pose. Take a little rest for your back. Whew. Great job. And then we'll be doing that standing sequence on the other side. Inhale to all fours. Exhale to downward facing dog. We'll be taking 3 jumps to forward fold, keeping our backsides above our hips. So try to float, stay up as long as you can until you get to fold. Halfway up, breathe in, fold, breathe out, sweep all the way up. Excellent job. Exhale, hands to heart. Our left foot's going to be at the top of our mat, right foot back, bending our left knee. We open our chest up. Here we are in Warrior 2, softening through our knees. If it feels nice, our palms face the earth. And we start to feel that stretch across the collarbones. We notice our feet, both of our heels, both of our big toes and pinky toes. Into our side angle, bringing the left elbow to the knee, our right hand either reaching to the sky or towards me. And one other modification would be to put that top arm behind you if you're healing your shoulder. Or now you can reach both hands towards me, continuing to anchor through the soles of our feet as our core engages and our breath stays present. Into triangle, straightening our left leg, left hand to the inside of the calf, right hand up, or tucking that arm behind you again. One other modification, if you're feeling strong in your back, would be to reach your left hand towards me. Balancing half moon. We look at that front foot, take the weight onto it, lift up, and you're in your balancing half moon with your chest and hips facing the long wall. And if you want to build more heat, if you're not hot enough already, you can bend and straighten that supporting leg. Forward fold, breathe out. Halfway lift, breathe in. Fold, breathe out. You'll step your left foot back, not quite as far back as we go. So we're going to go into, I believe it's called horse pose. Bend the knees. Our belly is kind of resting between our thighs. Right elbow on top of left, so eagle arms. Or give yourself a hug. And then we bring those elbows kind of forward a little bit. We sink into our legs. Yes, horse stance. I don't know if we're the back or the front of the horse though. We'll bring the hands to heart and sit into a squat. Maybe the feet come closer together. So you do have blocks around. If this doesn't feel comfortable for you, you place the block underneath your backside to sit on. Let's take our right hand down to the mat or the block, sweep our left arm up. And then the other side. Bring it back. If anyone wants to practice crow, you can. You walk your hands forward, squeeze your legs onto the outsides of your arms. Make sure the gaze stays forward. If you're working on crow, put your block like long in front of you and just try to tap your forehead on it and bring it back. Come onto the toes, bring it back. Great job. All right, let's come back up into our horse stance. Oh no, never mind, that hurts. Come up, I'm sorry ladies, come all the way up. Time to make our way down to the mat. Big breath up, dive and fold. Halfway up, fold again, exhale. Step or jump back to plank pose. Wonderful, let's drop our right knee down and kickstand the right foot out. Sweep the left arm up into a side plank. If you'd like to, you can go into full side plank, stacking your feet or putting one foot in front of the other. If you want to do that tree leg that we learned last week, your top foot will go onto your shin and we come into tree leg in our plank. And let's float to the other side. We come down, choose full or kneeling side plank. Making sure that hand is underneath your elbow and the elbow's under your shoulders so you can stack your joints and maybe add on our tree leg. Strong through our obliques, lifting our hip away from the mat. Let's take a break down into plank and down onto our bellies. Amazing job. Let's bring our hands out long into some cup hands. You can rock your hips a little bit. Seal pose. Our arms stay long. We walk them towards us, stretching out our chest. Or stretching out our belly, strengthening our back, shoulders down from the ears. Fingertips getting stronger. And down we go. You can now choose to take a rest here, taking care of your back, or we'll be moving into Locust Pose with hands back behind us clasped. Imagine the knuckles of your hands reaching towards your heels, and then our kneecaps coming up off the mat, maybe the tops of our thighs. And we're gazing down at the earth, a long neck. We'll take the feet down, unclasp the hands, and give our face a little rest on our fists or diamond shape on our hands. Close your eyes, let your muscles in your back relax a little bit. And let's press up. Strong core lifts us up back to child's pose or a wide leg. Take a little bit more space between the knees. Shift the hips back towards the heels. You can massage your forehead down or do whatever feels nice for you in this moment. We'll inhale to all fours and make our way to a seated position. For a boat with a little twist tonight, an option to have your feet up or down. So feet can be down or they can be up. We'll find our boat, feet up or down. I'm going to start with them down and then you can kind of decide from there. We'll bring our fingertips up towards our temples and the right elbow. Actually, let's bring hands to heart. That'll bring our elbow a little closer. That right elbow across to your left knee, and you can extend your right leg into our boat pose. So here's the modification. You're here. Whew. We'll come back to our regular boat. Find the breath again. Feel that space be created across the chest again. Hands come to heart. A few breaths here. And if you'd like to, add the twist. Elbow across, extend the opposite leg. Or foot down, foot down. Unravel. Wonderful, hands open up. Whew. Fingertips down. Let's take a little stretch up into tabletop. Open up. Pressing up through the soles of the feet, and then try to relax the backside just a little bit, not a ton. Hips go down, feet go long. We'll take a big breath up and go into forward fold on our breath out. Lengthening the back. Every breath out. Picture your body stretching a little more down from the backs of your heels to the backs of your knees, your hamstrings. That stretch moving into your lower back. The spine long. Walking our hands back up our legs. So we'll be making our way down onto our mats. Make sure you've got some space back there so that you can roll back, and we'll scoot back. Massage the lower back down. We'll be doing flowing dead bug. Had lots of fun with this morning. Let's get our brains working. Our feet will go up, as will our hands. The shoulder blades are down. The lumbar spine is imprinting down on the mat. This is a wonderful place to stay for more of a rest. If you want to get your brain involved as well as your core, your right foot goes long and your left hand goes long back behind you, but the other two parts of your body, hand and foot, stay up. Then you bring it back up and the other side. So opposite hand, opposite foot extending, and the other two stay up, side to side. It's okay to laugh and have fun with this one. I know it's sometimes you have to look directly at your foot to make it move. Great job. And when you're ready, you can just start to flow between the two. There's no stopping at the top. You're just flowing between the two. Amazing. Let's hold it up now again. Hands and feet are up. And we'll do some rotations with our wrists and your ankles if you want to. One way and then the other. Bending our knees, bringing the thighs towards the belly, holding on to the backs of our thighs and rocking side to side one more time. All right, moving into our happy baby pose. So now some space comes between the knees, the feet face up, the soles of the feet face towards the ceiling. And the knees are coming to the outside of the rib cage and drawing down towards the armpits as we hold onto either the tops of our feet or the backs of our legs. Stretching our hips, a nice pose for relieving back pain. Allowing our head to be down, our jaw to be relaxed. Amazing. Knees come together. Taking one more rock side to side. If there's another pose that you'd like to do before we do our twist, you can add in that now. Maybe it's a wheel or a shoulder stand or something that's you safely are used to practicing. Otherwise, let's extend our right leg long, bend our left knee, and bring it gently across the body for a twist. You could put your block underneath your knee if it feels better to have that knee supported as you anchor back down through the shoulder blades. And when you're ready, switching to the other side. Take your time. We can have our arms out wide like wings. From that twist now, making our way slowly into Shavasana. Take your time. If you'd like an eye cover, you can raise your hand. I'll bring you one around, or a blanket. Got a few moments left for some thoughts on spring. Letting the weight of your body, whenever you're ready, be released down into the support of your mat. Feeling the earth support your body beneath you. Feel the air on any of your exposed skin. Notice the feeling. Letting go of the darkness of winter. And perhaps letting go of any other darkness from this past season or year. Focusing on what you might be awakening in yourself this spring. If there's any last bits of tension, that's okay. Notice. Focus your breath there, your awareness, and feel the tension melt away. Let it go. Relaxing our eyes, our jaw, our necks, our chest, shoulder blades, feeling the relaxation moving into our arms, the heaviness of our hands, the gentle rise and fall of our belly as we breathe. The hips relaxing and releasing tension, letting go of their hold on the legs. Our thighs, our kneecaps, our shins and our calves. Feeling any bits of tension that might remain in our legs, flowing out our feet. So before we become fully aware, a couple cute little quotes about spring. Spring is a lovely reminder of how beautiful change can be. Your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds. You can go grow flowers or you can grow weeds. Let's wiggle our fingers, our toes, our wrists, our ankles, moving our head side to side, and letting go of any little bits of tension in our neck. Can stretch from our fingertips to our toes. No rush at all. Whenever you're ready, rolling over onto one side. And slowly up into an easy seated position, either legs out straight. If you're working on Lotus Pose, you could bring a foot up into your hip area. Let's take a big breath in. Think about what maybe you're awakening in yourself this spring. Draw the hands to our heart. One more big, beautiful breath. Exhale, let go. If it feels nice, we can bow down towards the earth. Thankful as always for the gifts. Namaste. And enjoy the rest of your Monday, everybody. This beautiful, bright day, it still is. Bye, Zara.
Thanks, Denise. Bye.
Wonderful night.